Mental freedom. What is mental freedom and how can you perceive mental freedom? Many people, they get the idea they are already mentally free. Okay. Um, there are different layers of freedom, and this is what a lot of people who are unconscious do not understand. So, for me, freedom means that I'm capable of thinking my own thoughts, taking my own actions for as long as I want, in my own energy, not being influenced by advertising, people, perspectives, limited beliefs, controlling my own routine as long as I want in a certain direction that leads to my unique goals based on my vision and not my vision influenced by others. Okay, that's mental freedom to me. And a lot of people, they do not realize they are not mentally free. When you ask them, are you free? They will say yes. Because their perspective of freedom comes from the television, and they think that being free means not being in jail. That's their definition. It's like the base level of awareness. And this is true from their perspectives, okay? But many people do not realize that there are different levels of freedom. So, just to give you an example, when you have walls around you, you are in jail. You have a very limited freedom, and also physical limited freedom. Okay, then you have, for example, the next level. You are free, but you still have to go to school, go to a job. 90% of your day is actually controlled by the environment. It's being dictated for you, where you have to be, and also even worse, your thoughts are being dictated for you. So the problem is that the environment controls your unconscious goals. It controls what you think, what you have to learn, instead of creating a vision yourself that aligns with your core values, and then building this vision and start to absorb the right information that makes your inner vision a reality, instead of letting the outside environment dictate that vision for you, and letting the outside environment dictate the information for you, because this will lock you into a vibration. This will lock you into a perspective that's forced upon you, and not created from within. And when you are locked in that vibration, you are only capable of seeing opportunities and taking actions on that vibration that's forced upon you. So you will be taking actions, you will be having a routine that's forced upon you, and then you will be going to a job that you chose yourself, but it was a choice that was visible within a few choices, because that was the frequency you were on, and that frequency that you are on allows you only to see a few choices, and from these few choices this was the best choice, but it was still a crappy choice. And that's because we cannot be mentally free. The environment controls our vibration, and therefore it dictates our actions, the opportunities we can see. So what's mental freedom? Mental freedom is being in your own energy, creating your own opportunities, creating your own thinking, and creating your own unique vision into this reality. And if you're not creating your own unique vision into this reality, and a vision that was created by yourself, in your own vibration, being alone for a long period of time, while absorbing people and things that interest you, only then, when you had enough alone time, thinking time, time to observe others, only then you are capable of being mentally free. The same is with the news, for example. So many people watch the news, and then they get the information, but at the same time they also get the information plus how they need to think about it. and then they start to talk about it with each other, and then they are living in this fake reality that comes from one source of information. And that's also not freedom. Real freedom is not being emotionally involved with the information, observe all the information, and then create your own opinion based on all the information without being emotionally involved into the information, because that's the only way how you can create a clear perspective. Okay? And if you're not doing these things, if you are listening to people, you are being emotionally involved by these people, and you have only a limited source of information, you're not mentally free. You are stuck in a vibration that's forced upon you, that controls your perspective. And it's not connected to reality. It's like being in a wave of information. You just clash. And then the next wave comes, different information. You don't know the bigger picture, and then crash, you crash again. And what you actually want to do is just be the whole sea. Start to observe everything and understand that you don't have to go crash every time there's a wave. You can just observe the information, observe what's happening around you, and then go within, be in your own energy, not labeling things as good or bad. It just is, it's just energy. Don't take all the information as reality. Okay, just observe all the different information sources and then create your own opinion without being emotionally involved. And that's how you become mentally free, because then you can see all the actions, then you can see all the opportunities, then you can see the bigger picture. You can see the story from different angles. And only when you can see reality from different angles, you can truly be free, because then you can attune to different perspectives. You can attune your mind to different ways of looking at things. And that's also the only way how you can get free. Attuning yourself to different realities. If your brain, your perspective is stuck to a certain vibration, you can only attune yourself to one way of looking at things, and it will attune you to the same habits and actions that will lead you to the same goals, to the same reality. And this is a big problem with addiction, for example, of group behavior. I won't go too deep in this, but everyone still remembers 4 years ago what happened. Everyone took something they didn't even knew about, and now everyone is regretting it. Why? Because one, people only had one source of income, and the other sources of information were from people who also had the same source of information. Okay? So they are all getting the same source of information, and they are stuck in the same way of looking at things. They are getting emotionally involved with the information, they're getting all the information from the same source, and therefore their action are controlled by that source, because they do not control their own emotions. They are not capable of unemotionally observing the situation and seeing the bigger picture, and therefore take the right choice. And you need to control your mind. You need to create mental freedom in this reality to not die. Okay? And you hear me right now. There are things happening in this reality that are influencing our mind in making actions that are very bad for our health, our mental state, and our life in general. So it's your duty to take control over your mind, or else if you get influenced by the wrong information, you will take action that have lifelong consequences for your health and for your mind. Okay? If information, if that influences your actions, and those actions make you shoot something in your body that you don't know anything about, you are not free. The environment decides what's inside of your body and what's not. That's not freedom. Okay? The same with information. If the environment dictates what's happening in your mind, which controls your actions, you're not free. Okay? Only when you control your mind, you take back control over your own routines, over your own actions, you become free. You are capable of creating results, unique results, based on your unique vision, and that's mental freedom. That's real freedom. Okay? I hope that this topic made you see more clear. If you want to know more about this mental freedom, click on the link below. Everything you need to break free, to start living from your own reality. And yeah, thanks for watching. Click the follow button and make sure to watch the next video. And yeah, I will see you there. Bye-bye.